Hello friends, welcome to your tarot reading for the full moon in Virgo coming up on Saturday, February 24th. My name is Natasha, also known as Nurse Natasha. This is a collective reading, so I set the intention that this finds the collective that it's meant to find. So if you're here, welcome, you're part of the collective. This, like I said, is for the full moon in Virgo coming up this weekend. Yeah, we are in Pisces season, my friends. I'm a Pisces Sun and Pisces Venus. I actually have my Jupiter is in Virgo, but I don't really have very many earth signs in my chart. I'm mostly fire and water, but I'm excited for this Virgo full moon. I tend to surround myself with Virgos because I definitely need to be like brought back down to earth, and that's kind of the vibe of this full moon in Virgo. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what to expect for this full moon in Virgo, and then we're going to get into the cards so you can listen while I shuffle. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. In the meantime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like witchcraft and wellness. That's what I do here. I put out full free yoga classes and tarot readings for every new moon and full moon, and every week I do astrological tarot energy forecasts with a yoga class tapping into those energies. So if that's your jam, come join us. We have a great time here, if I don't say so myself. I also have a membership here on YouTube if you want live yoga and live tarot. And right now for leap year, since we have an extra day in February, all of my witchcraft wellness courses and ebooks, guided journals, all that kind of stuff, they're all half off. So that will all be linked in the description box below. We're going to get into this reading. We're going to talk about the Virgo full moon. So like I said, it's coming up on Saturday, February 24th. It's pretty early in the morning, so you can honestly do your full moon ritual the night before, that morning, that night. But it peaks very early, Saturday, February 24th. Virgo in the tarot is ruled by the Hermit card. And the Hermit, you know, is traditionally like kind of like this old man. He like kind of gives like Gandalf vibes, like with a lantern. And the concept of the Hermit is, you know, you hermitify yourself, go into like a hibernation to take that lantern, which by the way, the star, the light inside the lantern is the star in the tarot, which we just had our new moon in Aquarius. And it was all about kind of finding your North Star. So it's like, we have found that North Star, and now we're kind of taking a moment to like use that like light to kind of shine a light on the inside. It's a very soul searching card, and be like, what's going on here? How can I kind of clean out these like old cobwebs and like this old stuff that doesn't really serve me anymore, this old stagnant energy? Like it's not even like bad. It's just like there's no purpose for it to be there anymore. This Virgo full moon is going to have you wanting to deep clean your whole life. Like if you've been feeling the need to like deep clean everything, I literally woke up and was like, I got to clean my house. And I like deep cleaned my whole house. And I was like in this panic because I like can't find my passport because I moved and like it's buried somewhere. And I was like just running around my house cleaning, like, because I don't really do that. That's not my vibe. And I was like, what is going on? And then I was like, oh yeah, we have a full moon in Virgo coming up. And with this full moon in Virgo also, it's the last full moon of the astrological year. So with Pisces season brings the end of the astrological wheel of the year, and Aries season starts the astrological new year. So this is our last full moon in that astrological cycle, and our last full moon before eclipse season. So the next full moon is going to be an eclipse, which I will be spending in Salem at my Witchcraft Wellness Retreat. So you know what? I would definitely do the releasing that you need to release under this full moon in Virgo. Virgo in the body rules the digestive system. So if you'd like to, you know, tap into that energy, get into some twists, we're going to do that in my yoga class, which is also free here on my channel. But anywho, the concept of this Virgo full moon is all about out with the old to make space for the new, out with the old, in with the new. You're going to be probably feel called to clean, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I do recommend physically cleaning out your space because it kind of tends to resonate in the mental, emotional, spiritual. Like one of my good friends who kind of really started to really get me into my witchcraft practice. Her name is Krishana, and she really helped me. She was like my personal like reader and medium that helps me process through when my father had passed away. And she's taught me like clean out the old physically. Like she was like, because I was really struggling like processing through my dad's passing, and she was like, when was the last time you cleaned out your closet? And I was like, I don't know, like a long time. She was like, do that and tell me how it goes. And I cleaned out my closet, got rid of like all my old clothes and all this old stuff that was just like kind of sitting there. And I actually ended up finding an old phone that I had like stuffed up in my closet, and it had a voicemail from my dad on it. It was just like, it was really magical like moment. But as soon as I cleaned out all that old stuff, I was like, oh my God, I felt so much lighter in the mental, emotional, spiritual realm. So like clean out physically old stuff. I think it's really interesting that our Virgo full moon generally comes around the time when we get into spring cleaning mode. Like we're all like, we gotta clean out stuff. So tidy up, tie up any loose ends, release what you gotta release. Release the old, release the stagnant. It's also kind of about releasing the need for perfection. You know, Virgo kind of gets the bad rep of like needing perfection and needing like pragmatic efficiency and like really practical and like tasks. You know, we don't want to get too perfect. We want to focus on progress and consistency, not perfection. I wrote, don't get lost in the to-do list or the need for efficiency, criticism, and overwhelm. You know, Virgo can kind of bring up those energies. And it's Pisces season. Like, I'm Pisces, again, Sun and Venus. We are delusional. So we're like, woo, like completely, you know, Pisces season, you might feel the need to get delusional. The Virgo full moon is asking us to like, you know, come back down to earth, illuminate what needs to be released here, and then you can go be delusional. You know what I mean? That's pretty much all I want to say about this Virgo full moon. Yeah, like I said, I have a yoga class here on my channel if you want to tap into that energy physically. If you are looking to start your witchcraft wellness journey, like I said, all my courses, my ebooks, I have a Moon Magic guided ebook, a 30-day witchcraft wellness challenge. It's all 50% off until the end of the month. All right, let's get into this reading. So we have at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Wands. Like, do you feel that card? I know I feel that card. It is like nearing burnout. The 10 of Wands is like burnout. This is like pre-burnout. You're almost at the top of that hill, but you have to take a little break and kind of rest on your like stick, you know, have it hold you up. It's the final countdown. Again, I think it's like this kind of final energy as we like wrap up this astrological year with Pisces season. We're all just like, oh my gosh, like I'm tired. And you know, it's to kind of clear that energy. It's really helpful to, again, clean out the old. You'll feel a little refreshed, a little after you take a little breather and kind of like clean out the old stuff, you know? The moon, can't make it up. Look, there's our full moon right there. There's also our Pisces. This is the card that is ruled by Pisces in the tarot. Also some Cancer vibes. You know, Cancer astrologically is ruled by the moon, but in the tarot, the moon is Pisces. And the moon card is that dreamy, foggy Pisces Delulu energy. Like, you know, it's duality. You can see there's one black dog, one white, or wolves, you know, traditionally. And the thing about the moon is, again, it's like fog, delusion, the subconscious, the dreamy energy, illusions, like not being sure what's real or what's not. You know, we're trying to make it down this path here through these kind of towers, and we're kind of unsure. It's foggy, right? The path is not clear. It's very foggy and kind of like uncertain. But, you know, we got to kind of clear this fog. And how do we clear the fog? We can clean out ourselves. That's gonna, if we can't clean out kind of like the path ahead, the fog ahead, this like dreamy illusion, like Pisces energy, we can clean out ourselves. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? This reading is probably going to be like really just not making any sense because Pisces season, it's all in that like subconscious dreamy area. We have the Five of Cups. Look, if you've been here on my channel, you know this is our Eternal Stalker card. It comes up in almost every reading, whether I do them live, whether they're for the new moons and full moons, it's always here. And this is a card of grief. But he's crying over spilt wine. He's crying over his spilt wine goblets. And they're two perfectly fine, full and upright goblets behind him. You know, it's a card of like getting kind of hung up or caught in your grief and disappointment, which is very easy to do, right? You know, and it's not saying that there's nothing wrong with grief. You can't help it when you're grieving something. But don't get stuck there. If you turn around and leave those old wine cups, you know, it's old, it's spilt, done, over with, and turn around, you got some new shiny upright cups right there. But it's about making that conscious choice again to like turn around and like leave that old and be like, oh, you know, maybe we actually, instead of just like leaving those cups there, right, we actually need to pick them up and clean them up. Like, get those out of there so we can like forget about them, you know what I mean? And the Eight of Cups, look, literally both the cup cards of walking away from cups. Like, I really think what I just said about like maybe we actually need to like clean those cups up and like get them fully out and away from us, out of our energy. The Eight of Cups was like, yep. The Eight of Cups, he's like fully actually walking away from all those cups. Like all of them, whether they're upright or not, he's like, goodbye. And I saw someone post actually a picture of the Eight of Cups. It's also the only card that has an eclipse on it. And it was like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm walking away from stuff. I don't really know like where I'm going, but I know that I'm walking away from the old. Like, I know I'm walking into something new because I'm walking away from the old, all these 8 cups. And there's nothing wrong with all those 8 cups. They're just no longer serving you. And it doesn't matter what the cups are. It doesn't matter if it's a person, a place, an energy, a thing, whatever. Even if at one time it served a purpose, we gotta like completely clean those out and move on. Like, move on, Mary. Queen of Cups, all the cups coming out for Pisces season. This is again Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, divine feminine. You know, this is being in control of your emotions, emotional maturity. You know, she has worked hard for that cup. She has worked hard for that love and healing, and she's holding it tight, and she's not about to like let anything come in and like mess that up. And the more we can kind of clean out those old cups, the more we can maintain our emotional regulation and our emotional stability. And then the 9 of Wands is coming in to get a little fire in there. What's coming out with the 9 of Wands? King of Pentacles, you know? It's almost like if you can let go of these old cups, if you can let go of this old, sad, heavy, and it might not even necessarily be like old and sad and heavy. It's just like not you anymore. It's not yours anymore. Like, it just doesn't serve a purpose anymore. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like, I have moved on from this, you know? Like, it's just not here. We're going really, really fast into King of Pentacles. Like, it's like, if you can do that, if you can walk away from all those things, tap into your Queen of Cups energy of like, I don't need all that old stuff. I have worked hard for like my own like emotional fulfillment. I don't need all that old stuff to like make me happy anymore. Look, you're moving fast into King of Pentacles energy, abundance, stable abundance. The King of Pentacles, very like Taurus, Capricorn vibes. You can see the bull on his throne there. King of Earth, King of Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But he is like, he's efficient. He has his abundance kind of go off without a hitch. It just kind of happens because he's worked very hard, and he doesn't have maybe those old things that don't serve him anymore, like holding him back, you know what I mean? All right, let's clarify with another deck. This deck gives me like Virgo energy. It's very like kind of grounded. I actually bought it in Joshua Tree in the desert, so it just kind of gives me that like heavy like dirt earth kind of vibes. And you know, this full moon, don't get grounded. Like, it's Pisces season with a Virgo full moon. Like, we need to ground ourselves. We'll be doing a little bit of that in the yoga class as well. I don't know why this deck just kind of gives me like that very grounded, like earthy vibe. What else do we need to know for this full moon in Virgo? We have the 9 of Pentacles lurking at the bottom of the deck. Absolutely. Again, abundance. Single, independent energy, but like your first abundant harvest, right? The 9 of Pentacles comes before the 10 of Pentacles. It's also the baby card to the Empress. It's like, it's very like unbothered, moisturized, staying in your lane kind of energy. And if you're too busy holding on to all those old cups, you're not able to do that. We have the Ace of Swords here, clear thinking. We have all this Aquarius energy happening right now as well. I can't make it up. Look, there's Virgo right there. There's the Hermit card I was talking about in the beginning. We need to tap into this energy. Page of Cups, and there's Pisces. Like, literally the cards are like, I said what I said. Okay, let's just look at these 3 cards, because I do think it's very interesting, just these 3 cards coming out to kind of reinforce what I was saying. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Hermit, and the Page of Cups. This is literally like what's happening astrologically right now. Ace of Swords, we have Pluto, Mars, and I believe Venus is still in Aquarius. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for like 20 years. And it's all about innovation, new thinking, revolution, like new crazy ideas, like really like free thinkers and community, and like just tapping into that swords energy, which is the mind, which is intellect, which is air. Like new ideas, new neural pathways, clean out your mind. And how can we do that? By like maybe physically cleaning out some stuff, maybe walking away from those cups. It's going to clean out your head, your mind, so you can think clearly if you don't have all this stuff like weighing you down. How do we do that? Look, the Hermit. Take some time to go inward, to take that lantern. Again, it has the star right there in it. The card of Aquarius is inside that lantern. Shine that thing around, but you can only do this, right, when you take a break. Like, you take the time to be with yourself and be like, all right, I'm taking a little hibernation, I'm taking a little break. okay, now I can actually look at all these cups and decide, like, you stay, you can leave, or like maybe I just got to get rid of all of them. But either way, we have to take the time to be the hermit, to go inward, to soul search, and decide what needs to stay and what needs to go. And then we have the Page of Cups, and there's that Pisces energy. Look, there's a fish jumping out of the cup. It's delusion, it's an intuition, it's imagination. It could be somebody, maybe a water sign coming in. Love, cups is also love. But it's like we can't really get to the really kind of fun, flirty, like Page of Cups, imagination, intuitive vibes, Pisces vibes, until we do that soul searching, until we clean out that old, until our brain is like clear enough to, like, you know, that's going to make your intuition so much clearer. If we're feeling foggy, like with the moon and stuff, we can clear some of that out by cleaning stuff out, you know? All right, we're going to do some main themes here with this oracle deck. Well, death and lucky, would you know, this is fine. Two very contrasting, even the colors are contrasting. Death and rebirth, that's what the death card in, this is an oracle deck, but in the tarot, it's death and rebirth. Again, I think we forget that the death card is not just death, it's also rebirth. It's out with the old, in with the new. You have to let something go. You have to let something die, clear it out, so you can actually make space for new things. How are you going to invite in new things if there's no space for it? It doesn't make sense. And lucky, honestly, you know, it would be nice. It'd be nice to get a little lucky. You know, I think that it's been, with all this Aquarius stuff, it's been very like fated events energy, like just like random stuff happening where you're like, I mean, I didn't expect that to happen, but like it happened and it was kind of lucky in a weird way. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. It's been like weird stuff, like weird random occurrences that like somehow lead to something else happening that I'm like, this doesn't even make sense, but like, cool. We have Earth again at the bottom of the deck, Virgo energy, get grounded, tap into the earth. If you're feeling a little bit delulu and just unhinged and ungrounded, go ground yourself. Just get like one more, maybe, you know. Also, I just realized that the lucky is like green with the horseshoe, Pisces season, St. Patrick's Day. I only know this because my birthday is March 16th. And St. Patrick's Day is always the day after my birthday. So that kind of vibe for sure. I made the mistake last year flying into Boston on St. Patrick's Day because I forgot. It was intense. Boundaries, oof. Oof, hit with the boundaries card. That is like the Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius of the situation. Pisces wants to, and I know this as a Pisces, wants to not have boundaries, wants to just be delusional and love everyone, and Pisces, Venus especially. But when we walk away from those old things, we are setting boundaries with ourselves. Think about self-boundaries. Think about your own unhealthy coping mechanisms that you might need to set some boundaries with. 'Tis the season to set boundaries, my friends. I wanted to do something different in this reading, just, you know, because I'm a Pisces and it's Pisces season. I actually have this D26 die of the tarot cards. It has all the aces and the major arcana on it. So I wanted to give it a roll and see what kind of like the major theme is. So without further ado, I'm just gonna kind of toss this across my desk. It might be really loud, I do apologize. Let's see what comes up out of it. Would you look at that? The sun with the moon kind of right on top. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, the Ace of Wands there, but the sun is right in the middle. And this is the warmest, most abundant, happiest card in the deck. And it's like, we can get that. We can get that. And the sun is about moving towards your joy. The sun in the tarot usually has this like really happy naked baby on a horse, and there's sunflowers. But the gag of it is that the sunflowers are not, the sun is like behind the sunflowers. And if you know, sunflowers usually face the sun. That's why they're called sunflowers. But these sunflowers are facing away from the sun towards the reader. And it's like, you need to move towards your sun, your joy, your happiness, your warmth, your abundance. And the only really way we can do that is by moving away from the old. Move towards the new, move towards the happy, move towards the warmth, the sun, you know? All right, my friends, that's pretty much all I got for this reading for this full moon in Virgo. I hope you have a wonderful full moon. Again, there will be a full free yoga class on my channel as well. I do also put out those weekly astrological readings. I do workshops in my membership here. If you want to do full moon and new moon workshops and have a little online coven, just hit that join button. We have a great time. And again, all my offerings are 50% off, so all my ebooks, all my courses, all that jazz. And I do also offer personal readings. Those just opened up. There is a little bit of a wait time because I just get so backed up. That's why I close them sometimes, because when I open them, everybody just books them. So if you'd like a personal reading, you can book it in the description box below. All the links will be there. I hope you guys have a wonderful full moon, and I'll see you next time.